Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of EnCWrestling Presents. This is the pay-per-view event of February, kicking it off with a bang, with all sorts of mayhem, like Allstate. Unfortunately, forgot to change out the United Through Wrestling. This is not United Through Wrestling on Thursdays. This is Warzone 2021. February 28th is today, 2/28/2021. EnCWrestling presents Warzone 2021. The 2021, very important. Season 2, very important. Warzone last year was a April pay-per-view, I believe, or March pay-per-view, I believe. Wait, we didn't have a March pay-per-view last year. It was April pay-per-view last year. We switched up a couple things on our event schedule. We have Triple Trek next month, end of March, last Sunday in March, and then Super Ultimania is the WrestleMania, the Wrestle Kingdom, the AAA Triple Mania event of the calendar year. It is the 1-year anniversary of EnCWrestling. Could not believe that we are almost 3 months away from the 1-year anniversary of EnCWrestling. It's definitely been a journey, and how about we kick it off, folks, with the Enderman versus Ness match. This is the number one contendership match for the Openweight title. The winner of this match is going up against Ganondorf for the Openweight Division Championship later on tonight. We could potentially, ladies and gentlemen, have a rematch from the final pay-per-view of the year last year between Enderman and Ganondorf. Enderman, of course, went into that match 0-7. He is now 9-3-1, 2-1 on the season so far this season. Really getting his butt kicked by the wind there a little bit. Ness barely holding on. 2-0 record this season, perfect so far. Enderman with just that one sudden death loss. Ness 2-1-0. He only had one match in season 1, and that was a loss. Starting off this year strong, 2-0. Let's just be honest, folks. This early into the season, a 2-0 record is going to get you a title shot. Enderman, you could potentially say, earned it a little more by having the better year last year, the more impressive year, but this is a brand new season, brand new points, brand new everything. If Enderman wins, then good on him. He'll have 2 title shots in the last 3 pay-per-views. I would say that is a pretty darn good feat considering there was no Openweight Championship match at that 3rd pay-per-view, I believe. Ness really taking the volley to Enderman right off the bat here. Ness jumping straight off the edge for no reason. Really counting himself lucky that the sand jumped in there to save his butt. And Enderman really struggling right now to get any sort of offense on Ness, who has 2 stocks. Enderman with that 1 stock. Let's see if Enderman can do something. Oh, yeah, now he can do something. We're 0-0 right now. Enderman just barely saved himself on the edge there. And Ness just took himself out. Ness blowing his opportunity to fight in the Openweight division. He could have been the only person to challenge for 3 of the 4 of the 5 titles, the Openweight, the lightweight, and the tag team. But alas, that is not what happened here today. Enderman getting a 0 on that one because he took himself out twice, 2 falls to 2 KOs. Unfortunately, Ness getting that -1 for taking himself out. Enderman could have picked up a point, but couldn't pick up that point because he did not take out Ness. Now we're going to move on to... There we go. we're going to move on to the tag team division. We have Roy from Mario and Bowser Jr. going up against Zelda and Link. These two teams are 1-0, or Zelda and Link, sorry, is 1-1. The Bowser Juniors are 1-0 this season so far. Let's get these guys queued up to fight, and we will get them on their way. I almost made the massive oopsie by hitting go when I wasn't ready. That would have been fun. Let's get this match going. Tag team division match. High stakes here. If Zelda and Link can pick up a win, go above that 100% or 500 percentile. Roy and Bowser Jr. gonna try to also stay above that 500 percentile. But if they get a loss here, not a huge deal. Kind of in the same boat as Zelda and Link. They're definitely going to be getting another match because they are 1-1. It's where you get into that 1-2 record that you start to kind of struggle in the tag team division until you can get on that either 500 percentile or that winning record. Man, the stage really taking a toll here. I am not a huge fan of this stage because, well, I mean, it for some people, they're a fan of this stage because that's the whole point of having a stage like this is that, and having it be on random, is that you really don't know where you're going to be at. One idea that I had was choosing a match, or choosing a arena at random and having that be the host arena for the pay-per-view. And unless we have a stipulation match that calls for having a different arena, then we would go to a different arena. Who is that? Bowser Jr. really struggling right now to stay alive. Let's see if he can hold out for just a couple more minutes, a couple more seconds, really. And oh man, just getting totally screwed there. By the stage. He's going to be down there for a while. I was just about to say, unless Bowser Jr. can hold out with that 3 stocks, it's kind of more of a deficit towards Zelda and Link. But alas, it is not. Zelda and Link taking full advantage of the bad luck by Bowser Jr. there. Both teams holding themselves well so far, I would say, with the chaos of this arena, of this scene here. Definitely not your preferred stage to be fighting on ever in any scenario. This could definitely become one of those stages that is only used for chaos matches, which is a pay-per-view I'm working on right now with Authority Asylum, is bringing in chaos matches, kind of a nod to a couple different things, pro wrestling in general, and then a little bit of Marvel in there as well with Chaos Magic. Chaos matches being matches that are just complete chaos. We are actually going to be debuting our very first chaos match here tonight. It is the Warzone match. Restoration stipulation, I think, could be considered a and Link and Zelda both with the painful fall to defeat there. I'm going to change my mind. The Restoration stipulation match definitely deserves the title of the very first chaos match. man, it's Link not doing great. Zelda taking herself out once. Definitely needs a better showing there um, by the dynamic duo of Zelda and Link. Now we're gonna move on to our very first tournament match. In the first round, we are finishing the first round here today, folks, for the lightweight tournament. Anybody that has their the bracket challenge going right now, looking very, very closely at these matches. These last 4 matches, crucial. I know some people have people going all the way to the finals from people inside of these 4 matches here today. Depending on who wins and who loses, some people's brackets could be absolutely destroyed. Some people that were doing rough to begin with could get back into the game. Yeah, we'll see how it all turns out here. We got Pichu and Yoshi going at it in the first of 4 tag team, lightweight tournament matches. We do actually have 5 lightweight matches here tonight. We're going to be running a little over an hour and a half. We usually go about an hour and a half. We're going to be going a little over because we added the stipulation match of the Warzone match. We will go into detail on what the Warzone match entails. Stipulation match, the Warzone match, and then we're going to be adding the 5th and subsequential championship match in the lightweight division. We usually only have 4 matches per division, but having the 4 matches for the tournament plus a championship match, definitely we needed both of those things to be happening. All 4 tournament matches and the championship match, that is. So these two definitely going volley for volley here. Really trying their best to get the upper hand. Neither one of these people neither one of these fighters are really getting the obvious go-ahead at this point. I would say that both of them are definitely very well matched. Yoshi definitely, arguably, the most Pokemon of all Mario characters. Definitely the name as well you could see as a Pokemon character. Now, if Yoshi can take out Pichu in the first 10 to 20% of damage on himself, like he just did, they are pretty much, like I said, volley for volley, going at each other right now. Even while Pichu is kicking Yoshi is still dealing damage to Pichu somehow. This match really impressive. Pichu 0-1 and Yoshi 1-0. Both of those tallies the win for Yoshi and the loss for Pichu, coming at the hands of the restoration stipulation match. Yoshi being on the winning team and Pichu being on the losing team in that effort. Yoshi obviously being on the champions team with Villager. Oh, and Yoshi just barely misses the final blow, but it doesn't matter. Yoshi picks up the victory, the +1 to the -1, and Pichu moving on in the tag team why do I keep saying tag team? Lightweight Division Tournament, 2021 Lightweight Division Tournament for Season 2. It is Yoshi moving on to the second round. That was a quick-paced match. I really enjoyed that match. Definitely not what I was expecting to see out of these guys early on. Moving right along, guys. We are cruising here today, or tonight, I should say. Now we've got our next match, Shulk versus Ken in the Middleweight Division. Now, while these two are fighting, I'm going to be promoting the Warzone match. It is in the middleweight division. It is an 8-man or 8-man and woman match. It is a chaos match. What that means is that it is the stipulation match for the pay-per-view. It is the namesake to the pay-per-view, just like the Restoration stipulation match was a chaos match. It was the Strike Force match. Shulk taking out Ken for that first stock. The Warzone match is an 8-man and woman match. It is two stage morphing with items, and Shulk just taking it to Ken. Ken really needs to take out Shulk for a stock to get back into this. So the Warzone stipulation match is basically 8 people, as many items as possible, as much chaos as possible, morphing between 2 stages. It's gonna be awesome. And like I said, debuting the official name, the chaos match, the stipulation namesake match for the pay-per-view. Just like I've been saying, exactly like Warzone. And Ken being taken out for a second stock really needs to get himself back in the game by taking Shulk out like he just did. He's still in the game, folks. Ken is still in the game unless he just gets absolutely wrecked like Shulk, like he just did. And Shulk picks up the really impressive and really quick victory over Ken. That is a +2, -2. We don't see a whole lot of those happening, especially with 2 people that are 1-1, that are that matched up. Going on to a little unorthodox, in a little unorthodox fashion, we are going directly into another openweight match. We just had an openweight match. We're going directly into another one. 2 heavyweights going at it now between Ike and Terry in the Openweight Division. We're going to get those heavyweight matches later on. It's just we needed to spread them out a little bit because of a couple people that are going to be fighting more than once in the night. For instance, Sephiroth is fighting in the heavyweight and openweight divisions. He's fighting Richer in the heavyweight division and Link in the openweight division. Now, if you remember, Link did fight in the tag team division in the second match of the night, and Zelda is going to be making a return in the Warzone match later on in the pay-per-view. The Warzone match, I believe, is going to be going on third to last. I'm going to try to, when I'm creating these chaos matches, these stipulation namesake matches to each pay-per-view. For instance, next month is Triple Trek. It is the March pay-per-view, which I am very excited about. Every championship match is going to be a triple threat. So the #1 contender and the second in the rankings, the second man in the rankings, will be going up against each other. If there is any sort of tie, there will be #1 and #2 contendership matches to decide who will be going up against the champions, who will be decided tonight. Later on in this pay-per-view, we are going to see who is going to be coming out on top in each of the divisions in their respective championship matches. Again, we have Cloud versus Min Min. We have Villager and Isabel versus Chrome and Roy. We have Byleth versus Piranha Plant. We have Ganondorf versus Enderman. We now have confirmation that it will be Enderman after Ness very stupidly took himself out of contention for that #1 contendership match. We have the showdown of the ages we have the former 7-0 record Openweight Division #1 contender in Enderman, now a second-time #1 contender. The only other person to do it more times than Enderman would be somebody like Rob or Corin. Rob, Corin, Byleth had a couple in there. I know Palutena and Pitt had a couple championship #1 contenderships against Donkey Kong, Banjo, and Diddy Kong when they were champions. And Ike took himself out. What a shame that was to have Ike take himself out for the -2, +2. What a bummer that was to see that happen to him. Especially after a pretty mediocre match, to be honest, coming out the gate. Next up, we have Bowser and Piranha Plant going up against Falco and Wolf in the tag team division. Let's get this show on the road. Bowser. Piranha Plant. Wolf. Where is he? There he is. And Falco. Let's get it. Now the Sephiroth Link match is a triple threat with Pac-Man in the mix there. We're gonna see Pac-Man in the Openweight Division some more. I believe he is 1-0. Falco just took himself out. Interesting. Doesn't seem like Falco and Wolf are doing a whole lot of good together. An extremely mediocre team, it seems like. But so are Bowser and Piranha Plant. So one of these teams is going to be going 2-1. The other team 1-2. One of these teams going to be guaranteed another match. The other one could be waiting a while to be playing another match. Could be waiting to the tournament to be playing again, especially with a showing like this. Falco and Wolf just getting it absolutely taken to them by Bowser and Piranha Plant. I've said this a lot in the past. Teams like Falco and Wolf really don't have any excuse when it comes to fighting two heavyweights because of the teams like Ness and Lucas, Villager and Isabelle, Pichu and Pikachu. Those are exclusively lightweight teams. The Mii fighters also lightweights. For those teams to be successful in the tag team division when middleweight teams and heavyweight teams, exclusive middleweight teams and exclusive heavyweight teams can't get out of the box is pretty shocking and kind of confusing, to be completely honest. And Falco really struggling with figuring out a way to get back to the arena, to the fight, and getting pushed right back. Bowser was thinking about going after him. They finally go down a stock. Piranha Plant finally goes down a stock, and Falco and Wolf really have not been able to get off of those clouds. Falco really up against the odds here. Really needs to get at least one more knockout to his name to make this not a complete blowout by Piranha Plant and Bowser. If Piranha Plant and Bowser can take him out without losing a stock, that would really bump their stock in the tag team division in the tag team top 10, and really bring down Wolf and Falco into the lower third of the tag team division. So we shall see what happens here between Yep, and there you go. Wolf and Falco going down to that bottom third. Piranha Plant and Bowser picking up some huge, huge points here. Actually, Piranha Plant picking up all the points with a +4. Falco with the -2, and Wolf with the -2. Definitely not a great showing by Falco and Wolf. Like I've said before, not anything that they can really excuse themselves from when you've got lightweight teams that are doing better than them. Exclusive lightweight teams that are doing better than them. Speaking of somebody who has been successful, two people who have been relatively successful in the tag team division. Sephiroth, new to the tag team division. Richer, not a stranger to the tag team division. A former tag team champion, matter of fact. Going at it in their singles division in the heavyweight division. Richer doing really well in his first match. He is 1-1 all time with a 1-0 record this season. Sephiroth 1-1 with a 2-1 record all time. He went 1-1 last season. Let's see how these guys can do up against each other. These 1-0 fights between two guys who have 1-0 records. We have a lot of them tonight. We've had a lot of them in the last week or so. It's just because it's the beginning of the season. We had the exact same thing have to happen last year, where we were just pulling names out of a hat and deciding who was going to get matches until people started winning and taking on more matches. Sephiroth taking the early stock count over Richer, going up by 1. If Sephiroth can continue to take out Percentile on Richer, that would really help him out. Really making this comeback story for Richer if he can get back on top here. Doesn't seem to look like it's going to happen. Nope, going down to 1 stock. Richer, now he's got some sort of a fighting chance, but I do not see this ending well for Richer, unfortunately. Especially with those 3 orbs, those things are pesky little buggers, ain't they? Sephiroth really taking it to Richer here. I sense a 2-2 match coming from this. If Sephiroth can hold it together for another minute to take Richer out. Richer really trying his best to get Sephiroth down to 1 stock, so that he doesn't go down too far in the standings. And it looks like Sephiroth is going to take the +2, -2 victory. We've had a lot of those here tonight. Usually not as prominent as they are tonight. Usually they are much rarer. Let's move on, folks, to the second lightweight match of the night. We have Duck Hunt going up against Isabel. I made an oopsie. There we go. Gotcha. Okay. We got Isabel going up against Duck Hunt. I could tell you who the winner of this match is going up against in the second round, but I do not have that information directly in front of me. Let's see here. While this match is going on, we are going to see the winner of this match is going up against Kirby in the next round. Yoshi picking up the win over Pichu, who should have been Pikachu, now that I see that. Man, this is just I am definitely a tag team. I am definitely a tournament virgin when it comes to just absolutely screwing up all sorts of stuff. That was supposed to be Pikachu going up against Yoshi, but I do not think that would have changed anything. Pichu lost to Dark Pit and then lost the subsequent match against Yoshi in place of Pikachu. That is an oopsie on my part, and really nothing that I can do about that now, except for to keep on keeping on and pretend like I'm not dying on the inside. You would expect Isabel to do well in this match, considering she is a former lightweight champion, former or present tag team champion. Definitely top tier lightweight competitors, top tier tag team competitor. Just overall really good competitor in EnCWrestling. Somebody that definitely has more tag team success to go, and looks like she's going to be heading off to the next round with the +2, -2, coming in like they're going out of style. Next, we are going on to the Middleweight Division. These matches are going quick, folks, and I am sorry for the shaky cam. My leg is going crazy. Some of these matches I'm actually surprised are going as fast as they are. I definitely saw most of these matches going a lot more tick for tack than expected beforehand. Definitely surprised with the amount of very dominant matches that we're seeing here tonight on this card. So right now, confirmed in the lightweight division tournament for Season 2, we have in the second round, we have Villager versus Ness, Zombie versus Yoshi, Jigglypuff versus Little Mac, Kirby versus Isabel, Olimar versus Steve, and Diddy Kong versus Gunner. We have 2 more matches left in the first round. We have Mewtwo going up against Mii Fighter Swordsman, and then Alex going up against Mr. Game & Watch. Those 2 matches, huge matches coming up to decide who is going to be going up against, I believe, Dark Pit and Pit. So the winners of these matches are going to be going up against Dark Pit and Pit. But right now, we are in the Middleweight Division. We are Iggy versus Corin. Trucking along here. Been only going at this for 30 minutes. Feels like 5 minutes because of how fast these matches are going. We're already almost halfway through the pay-per-view. Yeah, so let's just keep on keeping on. We are getting excited here, folks. The one disadvantage that I have is that I do not have sound to the match itself unless I plug in the out HDMI cord to a TV or another monitor, and then plug in earbuds. So unfortunately for me, it's mute when I'm not talking, and it sounds like death. But just trying to make sure that I hold some intrigue, some interest when it comes to these matches while they are going on, keeping the interest of the pay-per-view itself trugging along. We are just speeding through Warzone 2021. Cannot believe that we are this close to Super Ultimania, the 1-year anniversary of Ethernet Community Wrestling. I started this channel a year ago in April with the Warzone pay-per-view. Warzone getting moved to February and subsequential Februaries. If that's not the word that you use, but I'm going to use it anyways. Every February from here on out is probably going to be Warzone. Corin, another +2, -2 victory. Just chugging, like I said, chugging along with these +2, -2 victories like they're going out of frickin' style. We are heading over to the heavyweight division, Samus versus Captain Falcon. Now this is an interesting match because Samus and Captain Falcon both had pretty bad years last year when it came to ENC. Samus going 0-4, Captain Falcon going 0-3. Both of these guys have 2-0 undefeated records this season so far. One of these guys or gal is going to be going up 3-0. One of these guys or gals is going to be going to a 2-1, very respectable record. Captain Falcon taking the immediate first stock loss. These guys, I sense a lot of deking in their future in this match. Very close quarters, these two. I know that Samus does a lot of projectiles, but she's definitely the type of fighter that likes to get up close and personal. Captain Falcon in the first 30 seconds really taken out Samus for that first stock, unlike Samus didn't necessarily have to do a whole lot to take out Captain Falcon in that first 10 seconds of the match. This match is just going bonkers, off the wall pace, extreme pace going on here. Just like every other match in this pay-per-view, it's like we have these matches on fast forward for some reason tonight. These matches all going super short. I feel like that is the game intentionally knowing that the 8-person Warzone match is going to go on for quite a while. I do not foresee that match going forever because it is such a chaotic mess of a match, having 8 people in there, plus items, plus the shifting stages. Really, really, really excited for that match coming up later tonight. Could argue that we've got a triple main event here. We got Villager and Olimar in the main event. We have Enderman and Ganondorf, and then we have the Warzone match in the Middleweight Division. These guys are going at it, tick for tack here. This is what we like to see. Just two juggernauts just smashing the crap out of each other, deking everything, shielding everything, hopping over each other all over the place. Just heavy punch after heavy kick. Let's see who will finally get the last say in this match. Is it going to be Captain Falcon? Is it going to be Samus? Let's see who finally picks up the victory, the well-earned 3-0 victory here in the beginnings of Season 2 after a pretty bad inaugural season for both of these guys and gals. These guys are really making each other work for it here. Definitely not pulling any punches, but definitely not making it easy to knock each other out. Captain Falcon finally ends the match. A really, really decent and really great, to be honest, really great performance by both Captain Falcon and Samus. Really impressed with Samus in that match. She goes 2-0, 2-1 this season. Captain Falcon going 3-0. Really impressive stuff for Captain Falcon and for Samus. To be completely honest, she's definitely going to be getting more matches this year if she continues on the high road of having that winning record. She still has a winning record, 2-0, or 2-1, I mean. And now we're getting to our third tournament match in the lightweight division. We have Alex going up against Mr. Game & Watch, and let me tell you, I have no clue who is going to win this match. I don't even know who I'm rooting for in this match. It would be amazing to see Alex and Steve go up against each other at some point in the tournament. But I would also really love to see Mr. Game & Watch get back in the game after such an amazing start to last year, and then to fall as far as he did in the rankings overall. To have him get a comeback like this, he's 0-2 already this season. Alex is 0-0. Alex was undefeated last year, 2-0. Mr. Game & Watch, 2-6 last year. He's now 2-8 with those 2 losses. Mr. Game & Watch really struggling in the back half of last year and the beginning of this year, looking for that upset victory over Alex, and Alex looking for the chance to potentially fight fight Steve, which would have to be in the finals in the semifinals, the end of their bracket before the finals. Mr. Game & Watch really getting laid into right now by Alex. We could potentially see a +3, -3 match. If not, we will most likely be seeing a oh no, and Alex really laying it into Mr. Game & Watch with a +3, -3 victory. Really impressive win for Alex. Really taking it to Mr. Game & Watch, like I said, really sticking it to him with the +3, -3. And we are moving to the tag team division, people. We have Lucario and Greninja going up against Ryu and Ken. Ken already have fought tonight, getting back in there again, facing off against Greninja and Lucario. It is not rare to see multiple matches for people, especially in several divisions. Ken being in tag team and middleweight and openweight, as is probably about 50% of the roster is in 3 divisions, and I would say probably about 25 to 50% of that group is doing well in more than one division. These guys, unfortunately, both off to a rough start, 0-1 records. Somebody's going to be getting that 500 percentile. Somebody's going to be going 0-2, and really starting off the season in the completely wrong mindset here. These two teams really evenly matched so far. 2 and 3 piece on both sides with less than 3:30 left to go. Could potentially see a sudden death if this match doesn't pick up. I would love to see a tag team sudden death. Really a rarity inside of the tag team division. We shall see, though, what we can get out of the rest of this match as we get down to the 3-minute mark left in the match. Now next we have Sephiroth and Link fighting in their second matches of the night up against Pac-Man. Pac-Man definitely getting the upper hand in this match, has not fought yet tonight. Whereas Link and Sephiroth have. Link lost in the second match of the night in a tag team effort. Sephiroth beat Richard in the heavyweight division. These three obviously are going up against each other in the Openweight Division. Closing in on 2 minutes remaining, and we have both teams 2 and 1 across the boards. Lucario and Ryu with 2, Greninja and Ken with 1, and the Shark is looming. Let's hope that he is not a factor in this match. Greninja getting wrecked there, and let's see if they can take out Ryu to really level the playing field. They seem to know where the target is in Ryu. They also are putting in some damage on Ken. If they can take out Ken here, that would be huge. That would mean that Ken would most likely steal one of Ryu's lives unless Ryu gets taken out here, which it seems like it could potentially be happening very, very soon. Ryu and Ken double teaming Lucario very well. There goes Ryu. Ken and Ryu are in trouble. Correct that. Ryu is in trouble, or Ryu is in trouble. If he can hold out for 40 more seconds and eliminate either Lucario or Greninja, we would be going to sudden death. The very first sudden death in a very, very, very long time from the tag team, the tag team division. 20 seconds left. Let's see if Ryu can do it. It seems like he definitely could get there if he could just get some more offense in. Let's see what he can do. 5 seconds left to eliminate somebody. And before time runs out, Lucario takes out Ryu for the win, the definitive win, without it going to time limit. Predictably, Ken taking the -2 points, Lucario taking the +2 points. We're going to the Openweight Division now. It's a triple threat. Like I said before, 2 men who have already fought tonight, 1 man who has not fought tonight, in Pac-Man, going up against each other. Let's see who can come out on top. Will it be Pac-Man, the man who has not fought tonight, or will it be Link or Sephiroth, the 2 people who have already fought earlier tonight? Let's see if it has a bearing, holds a bearing on this match. Let's get this show on the road with this match here.
3, 2, 1, go!
Now what's interesting about this match is this and the next match between Incineroar and King DDD are the last 2 matches before we get to the last of the first round tournament, lightweight tournament matches between Swordsman and Mewtwo, and then we get into the championship matches and the War Zone stipulation match. Been going for about 50 minutes now. I can definitely see this going over an hour 30. Sorry, there's a fly in here. It's a very distracting fly. It looks like Sephiroth is taking an early advantage over his lighter opponents in Link and Pac-Man. Obviously, Link and Pac-Man are in the lightweight division. Sephiroth in the heavyweight division with that sword definitely is adding to the heavyweight division in a long range sort of way, which is not said for a lot of heavyweight competitors. Sephiroth taking an early advantage over Pac-Man and Link. Link in a lot of trouble right now. Sephiroth, they really need to take Sephiroth down a stock if they wish to have any hope at all against taking out Sephiroth at any point in this match. Oof. Sephiroth really taking it to both guys, taking them both out with 1 or 2 hits. Let's see if Sephiroth can hold on to that 3 stocks. Doesn't look like he will, but it's definitely something that he could flirt with happening, to stay at 3 stocks and get as many KOs as humanly possible before the end of this match. He's already got a couple. Sephiroth finally getting taken out by Pac-Man. That'll definitely help Pac-Man's chances in the rankings. Sephiroth going down a stock, not able to get that perfect 3-0-0. Let's see how the rest of this match goes. We have Pac-Man versus Sephiroth. Link has been eliminated. Let's see if Pac-Man is able to hold out against Sephiroth, and he is not going to be able to do it. Pac-Man takes the win, takes the 2 points, and sends Link and Pac-Man packing with a 1-1 record. Sephiroth getting a +3, Link getting a -2, and Pac-Man getting a -1. Really dominant performance by Sephiroth. Something that we were definitely expecting from him. Not at all shocked that it ended up that way. But what we do have coming up next is a really exciting match between 2 men who have pretty extensive backgrounds in this division. It's King DDD going up against Incineroar. King DDD, overall record of 13-10-0. Incineroar, overall record of 10-8-0. These two really dominated the heavyweight division last year, along with everybody else who was in the heavyweight division last year, really bringing it. King DDD, obviously the very first heavyweight champion. Incineroar, pretty consistently staying near the top 10, if not in the top 10, the entire portion of last year that I did top 10s in. Definitely a very, very, very impressive showing by Incineroar to go 8-8 last season. King DDD going 11-9-0 last season. let's see if Incineroar can take out King DDD for that all-important first stock. Incineroar really needs this win if he wants to keep himself in the top 10 picture. At this point, it'd be very hard to take him out of the top 10 picture, and he just took himself out. This is really going to set him back. Incineroar going down -3 to King DDD +3, and we are moving on to the final match in the lightweight division, first round of the tournament. Get excited, people. It's Mewtwo going up against Mii Fighter Swordsman in the final match of round 1 of the season 2 2021 lightweight tournament. Let's get the show on the road. Very, very excited to see who comes out on top in this match. Let's get it started. What a perfect stage to be fighting on. It gives you a little bit of a boundary with the fin or tail on the back of the fighter jet, but it's also simple enough that there's no crazy stuff going on. There's no computers running around, chaos stuff going on. Just two guys fighting it out on the perfect stage for the final slot in the second round of the lightweight division tournament for season 2. And let's see who can come out on top in this one. Next is also very exciting because we have two lightweights in the form of the tag team champions, Villager and Isabel, going up against a middleweight and a heavyweight, and Roy and Chrome, FE, Roy, and Chrome. And the winner will become the tag team champions, the current tag team champions, of course. Villager and Isabel. Villager, only the second double champion inside of EnCWrestling. The first being Ness with the exact same 2 belts. He and Villager are the only 2 to hold 2 belts at the exact same time. I believe the only 2 to hold 2 belts, period, unless I am incorrect. And let's see, DDD, did he win the open weight? Yeah, King DDD is the only other person to hold gold twice, and then Ganondorf. So Ganondorf and King DDD. Ganondorf won the Openweight Division the Openweight title twice. King DDD won the Openweight title and the Heavyweight title. Ness and Villager have won and held the tag team and lightweight titles at the same time. Isabel is a double champion in the lightweight division. And King K. Rool and Byleth are both double champions in the heavyweight division. So a lot of people with a lot of success last year. These two going right at each other to the very last percentage, trying to make it to the second round of this tournament. We've had some huge matches so far. Definitely a lot of stakes going on right now. With these matches, can Mewtwo pull it together? Can Swordsman join? I believe it is let's see. Oh. Yeah, it's oh, Gunner. It's Gunner who has moved on to the second round. Can Swordsman join him, or will Gunner be the only one of the Mii fighters to move on to the second round? Let's see. Whoa, Swordsman really taking it to Mewtwo in that very last second strike. Swordsman joining Gunner in the second round. Brawler, the only one of the three to not move on to the second round. And we are moving on, folks, to our very first championship match of the evening. What did I just do? I just highlighted a bunch of crap that I didn't want to highlight. Okay. We're all good. We're all good here. How are you? Epic movie reference. We are moving on, folks, to the championship. Oh, not tournament match. This is a championship match. There we go. Okay. The very first championship match of the evening. It's the Tag Team Championships. We have the duo of, if I can find him, where the hang is Villager? There he is. Villager and Isabel going up against Roy and Chrome. Excuse me. For the Tag Team Championships. Obviously, Villager and Isabel, the current champions. A lot is riding on this match here. If Roy and Chrome can win the Tag Team Championships, they take that double belt against away from Villager. And if Villager ends up losing to Alamar, he would lose everything in one night. That is the huge part of being double belted, is you are it is mandatory that you do fight twice at each pay-per-view for each of your championships, no matter what, which is just a part of being a fighting champion in any division. Villager and Chrome taking early hits. Isabel and Roy really holding in there with their first stocks. Move the championship match credits out of the way so we can see the clock. Roy finally getting taken out. Let's see how long Isabel can hold it out with 3 stocks. She really needs to get away from the corner if she wants to have a chance. Oh, and she takes out Roy. Clever Isabel taking out Roy with the ploy, with the bait that she was at high percent, standing right at the edge. Finally gets taken out a stock, but Chrome really in a lot of trouble right now, and clearly the team of Roy and Chrome in a lot of trouble, especially if they can take out Roy early, or if they can take out that stock from Chrome. Either way, it would really screw up the other team. They just have to make sure that they do not eliminate themselves in any way, in any silly way, I should say, like it looks like Villager might be doing, or like Chrome just did to himself. Chrome eliminating himself, Villager and Isabel really knowing how to play this field. Isabel taking out Roy and Chrome in the same way, going to the edge, waiting for them, and then letting them fall right at the very last second. just genius tactics by Isabel so far. Really the MVP of this match. I really don't see Roy and Chrome winning. Obviously, that was a pretty dominant performance by two lightweights going up against a middleweight and a heavyweight. Villager with the -2, Isabel with the +4, Roy with -1, and Chrome with a -2 for taking himself out one time. Man, what a great match that was. I was not expecting Isabel. Well, I mean, I should be expecting this by now, but for Isabel to just kick butt as much as she just did, I'm not surprised in the slightest, but at the same time, I'm kind of surprised because holy crap, did she just mind screw everybody, including probably Villager in some cases. Now we get onto the Middleweight Division Championship match. It is Cloud, the champion, going up against the newcomer, Min Min from last year. She is not the newcomer this season, however. Enderman and Pac-Man and Larry, I believe, all joined the Middleweight Division this year. Very interesting that we would be going to Enderman's and the rest of the Minecraft people stage, but specifically Enderman because he is in the Middleweight Division with these two. We will see how Cloud reacts to the challenger, the new challenger of Min Min. Looks like he's doing pretty well so far. Let's see if Min Min is able to pull out the win. Like I said earlier, 2-0 victories is getting you championship opportunities right now, as you can see by Min Min being 2-0. Clearly the favorite when you look at the top 10 standings. Min Min with 10 points, Joker not far behind with 9 points, Luigi with 8 points, and Daisy with 6 points, and then a couple people with 5 points apiece in the top 10 coming into this week. So Min Min definitely not far and away the definitive person to go up against Cloud, but as rules dictate, she was in the lead in the #1 contender spot when it came to when it came to pay-per-view time. Cloud just annihilating Min Min right now. Min Min not showing up for this match at all. About to take potentially her first win of the season, or her first loss of the season. And because she did not play at all in the middleweight division last year, her first loss in this division period, but she's able to give herself a saving grace a little bit by taking Cloud down a stock. Now if Min Min can take Cloud down a second stock, that would be huge for saving Min Min in the top 10. She would still be in that upper tier. Looks like she could do it here. Let's see how she's able to hold on in the last seconds of this match as we close out this pretty inevitable match. As I say that, Cloud able to take out Min Min with the +2, -2 that we've been seeing all night, but this one a little more impressive considering it's the champion going up against the #1 contender. Now, up next we have a very interesting match. We have Byleth, the champion, going up against Piranha Plant, the #1 contender. Who in the world would have thought that, that Piranha Plant of all people, or of all sentient beings, whatever Piranha Plant is these days, would be fighting for the heavyweight division championship right now. up against Byleth, one of the most dominant champions, a 2-time champion, has been in the title picture pretty much since the beginning of last year, non-stop almost the entire first season, and then obviously carrying the heavyweight championship into the second season. Let's see if Piranha Plant can do a little bit better than Min Min did. In the top 10 standings, Piranha Plant stood on top, #1 contender, with 10 points. Incineroar and DDD with 9 points apiece. They fought earlier in the night. Samus and Falcon fought earlier in the night as well with 8 points apiece. And then Roy, Mario's Roy, Richer, and Sephiroth rounding out the top 10. And then we had a couple people tied for that 10th spot, which we do not traditionally count people in that 10th spot if there is a tie. Piranha Plant, shockingly, really taking it to Byleth early on in this match. Let's see if Piranha Plant can hold out a little bit further. It would be just mind-blowing to have somebody like Piranha Plant, and I don't say that lightly. Piranha Plant is somebody that a lot of people joke about online and in the Smash Bros community in general. To have Piranha Plant potentially defeat one of the top tier heavyweights in Byleth, bar none, would be pretty shocking. But we shall see what happens here. We're getting into that close quarters fighting again, which is where Piranha Plant really excels in that close combat fighting, I believe anyways. Clearly it's doing something good for him or her so far. Byleth coming back from behind. Let's see if Piranha Plant can, there you go. We are at an even playing field, ladies and gentlemen, for the Heavyweight Division Championship. Who is going to come out on top? Byleth, 11%. Piranha Plant, 29%. Neither of them putting up ground to the other person so far. Piranha Plant seeming to be the only one taking damage so far in the final stock of this match. Let's see if Byleth can come back from behind to scratch out the victory, and she is able to do it. Byleth defeating Piranha Plant from behind. We talked the entire match about the potential Piranha Plant winning, and Byleth sat there and laughed in our faces saying, "Nah, friend, that ain't happening." We are now, ladies and gentlemen, going to a very exciting matchup. This is the Warzone match, the 2021 Warzone match, stipulation match, the Chaos match. As you can see by where we're going, chaos ensues. We got random and random. And starting from the top, going down. Oh, definitely do not want to do that. We have Peach in the first slot. In the second slot, we have returning to the ring for the second time tonight, Zelda. In the third slot, we have Lucina. In the fourth slot, we have Sonic. In the fifth slot, we have female Wii Fit trainer. Sixth slot, we have Robin. Seventh slot, we have Wendy. And the eighth slot goes to Larry. This is the Chaos Warzone match, the inaugural Warzone match, the stipulation match, namesake of the pay-per-view Warzone 2021 Season 2 debut of the Chaos match known as Warzone. And items already becoming a thing, just materializing out of the sky. Larry going down a stock early. See if anybody else joins him. Zelda going down a stock. Now what's interesting is not just the people that go down stocks and end up being eliminated eventually, but the people that get the KOs are really going to be coming out huge when it comes to who's going to be getting the points, the respective points in this match. And we have our very first morphing going on right now. We go to the battlefield stage. Let's see who can pick up that trophy, the assist trophy. Larry trying to protect it right now with the gun. Not exactly working. We got Robin, who had the smash ball but was eliminated. The decoy smash ball being used. Peach, Zelda, Larry, all with one stock remaining. Let's see if anybody else joins them. Female Wii Fit Trainer joins them. Everybody's going to sleep. Zelda is looks like she's going to be, everybody is going crazy with their final smashes. Peach, Zelda, Larry eliminated. Let's see if anybody else gets eliminated here. Wendy looks like she's going to be on the out soon. But no, Wendy with her smash now. This is pure chaos, ladies and gentlemen. Can't keep track of what's going on. We are finally down to our last few. We have Sonic, Lucina, and Robin still with two stocks somehow. All three of them sticking it out. We're down to Sonic and Robin. Robin somehow staying with two stocks still. Let's see if he can use two Pokeballs to his advantage to take out Sonic and keep those two stocks. And if Robin can Robin really missed an opportunity to get that hammer and take out Sonic, and Sonic is virtually invincible until he gets rid of that hammer, which he now has gotten rid of the hammer. Let's see if Sonic can use the items to get himself the victory. Sonic can't do it. Robin is going to be the winner.
My strength is yours.
Let's see where the points lie, ladies and gentlemen. This is where it gets interesting. So we have Peach with a -1, Zelda with a -2, Wendy with a +1, Larry with a -2, Sonic with a +5, Sonic with a +5. 8 minus 3 is 5. Holy crap. Lucina with a -1. Female Wii Fit Trainer with a -3. And Robin, the winner, with a +4. Sonic coming out huge. Not getting the points with the victory, but definitely coming out huge with the plus or minus victory points. Taking out Wendy twice. He took out everybody at least once, I believe. what a dominant performance um, by by Sonic and then Robin. Um, let's get out of this crazy chaos. Go back to 3 stocks, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna call an audible. I personally believe that um, there is a match that deserves a little bit more credit than I gave it to begin with. Oh. Instead of, and we're going to do, we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna call an audible, and we're going to switch up which match is the tag team match, because I personally believe that the rematch, excuse me, geez, I cannot think right now. The rematch between, oh crap, and I had Heavyweight Division Championship on there that whole time. That's hilarious. Good for me. I'm an idiot. That was a, that was not a Heavyweight Championship match. That was a Middleweight Chaos Warzone stipulation match. Just so that we're not confused. And just so that we're not confused, I'm very tired, and so I'm going to explain this again. I'm calling an audible. The main event of the evening is going to be the rematch between Enderman and Ganondorf to see if Enderman can finally win the Openweight Division Championship from Ganondorf, who he lost his very first match to after going 7-0. Not to put any de-emphasis on this match here. This is obviously a huge match. Olimar 3-0. He won on the team of Villager in the Restoration Stipulation match. He won the #1 contendership match to get to this match, and he is advancing in the lightweight division tournament. He's going to be going up against Steve in the next round. And let's not forget that Swordsman will be going up against Dark Pit in the next round of the tournament for the lightweight division, rounding out the lightweight tournament first round and moving us firmly into the second round of the lightweight division tournament. Both of these guys giving it their all here. Just 2 tiny little dudes really putting their heart and soul into this championship match here. Villager really took Olimar to task on that first stock, but Olimar really answering back very, very loudly on this second stock, and could potentially be putting Villager at a deficit going into the third stock. But we shall see what happens here if Villager is able to get back, and he's not. So Villager is going to have to work from a deficit of 1 stock to 2 stocks in order to retain his championship. He already retained the tag team championship earlier in the night over Roy and Chrome. Let's see if he can do it again against Olimar. Now, Villager definitely has a winnable scenario here. Only 27% to 0. It's very quickly getting Villager up to the percent that he is at. It's just going to come down to who can get those final couple punches, and it looks like Olimar is setting his Pikmin on on Villager to try to get his percentage up so that he can come in with the big heavy hits right at the end. It looks like we might be at the close of this match. Let's see what happens here. Very, I am clenched all over the place. I have no idea who's going to win this match. This could be a Byleth Piranha Plant scenario like we saw earlier, where the champion came from behind, but it's not going to happen. 4-0 record this season, and your new lightweight division champion, Olimar, going up +1 to -1 over Villager. Villager now a former lightweight champion and current tag team champion. Nothing to hang his hat on. Nothing to hang his head in shame on. He had a amazing effort against a very game opponent in Olimar. And ladies and gentlemen, we are at the main event of the evening at 1 hour and 26 minutes. I don't know how we did it, but we managed to fit more matches and longer matches into the allotted slot time of a normal United Through Wrestling hour and a half long match. And I don't know why Ganondorf was purple, but let's get psyched about this rematch, Ganondorf versus Enderman. I know I am. Let's get this thing started. I just want to see who's going to win, because the story all last year at the tail end of the season, as soon as Enderman, Zombie, Steve, and Alex joined the scene, I threw the 4 of them into Openweight Division matches. Enderman and Zombie won. Enderman and Zombie continued to win. And Enderman just continued to win after that. He won, and then he won some more, and then he won a couple more times, and then before you know it, he is 7-0, going up against Ganondorf as an undefeated challenger, losing heartbreakingly with just a nail-biter of a match, really taking it to the limit with Ganondorf. Unfortunately, coming out short, coming out on the short end of the match there, really hitting a deficit, going 0-3 in his last 3 matches of the season last year, and then comes back roaring 2-0-1 to get to this point. Now 3-0-1 because he beat Ness earlier in the night, actually. So Enderman 3-0-1, 10-3-1 overall. Let's see if he can get, there you go, and Enderman continuing to keep it close here. Ganondorf only losing one singular time last year in Openweight, and that was to lose the championship to King DDD, but then he won it back. Ganondorf is currently 10-0 all-time, 1-0 this season when he won his Restoration Stipulation match, which I believe Enderman was a part of that team with Ganondorf to get that victory. Now, we all know, if you've seen Enderman fight in ENC, you know that he can come back from behind. Let's see if he can do it today. Ganondorf, Enderman continuing to impress with the brains. Enderman just needs to pull out this one more stock to become the very first previously lightweight but now middleweight contender to be the Openweight champion. But still, your Openweight Division champion. I want Enderman to win that dang title so bad, and it's never gonna happen, is it? Because Ganondorf is just gonna hold on to it forever. Now 11 1-0. Enderman receiving only his first and technically his second loss of the season, but he lost in overtime. His first regulation loss of the season. Ugh. It's never going to happen, is it? Crazy, crazy. These two, Enderman, if these two fight again, Enderman's going to have to win the rubber match, despite the fact that Ganondorf won the first two. There's always a chance for Enderman to get the last laugh and finally win that championship from Ganondorf, but he's going to have to come back just absolutely guns a-blazing, because he's got Sephiroth, Link, Ike, Terry, Pac-Man, Dark Samus, Bayonetta, Ness still right on his tails. The OC division, the Openweight Division, OW division, I should say, Openweight Division is just completely stacked. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of Warzone 2021 Season 2's second pay-per-view of the year, Warzone. I pray that you all had an excellent time. I know that I did. I'm very tired. This now symbolizes that I can go to sleep, which is amazing, for the first time in almost 36 hours. Check out the official Ethernet Community Wrestling Patreon page. Follow on Instagram at EnCWrestling. Subscribe on YouTube and Twitch today at capital E and capital C underscore capital WRSTLE Wrestling. All character rights obviously reserved by Nintendo and Smash Bros. I love this game. I love representing it in a positive way. I love creating the logos and all that kind of crazy stuff. Having to copy and paste these championship cards, the tail of the tapes every week. I love coming up with new ideas, and I just hope that I can continue this having fun, and I hope that you all have fun as well. If you are watching this live on Twitch, thank you very much for watching live, and if you're watching this later on YouTube, please leave a like, share, follow, all that fun stuff. I'm going to sign off as Andrew Smith. Thank you very much for watching. Good night.